It's cool to kind of see them over on my stream for once. It makes me really happy to see some new faces and big names at that. So maybe, just maybe, we'll see if the name carries weight, and it just might be the case to start things off with Paid FZ. Well, he's in the corner now, it seems, trying to escape this pressure out from Havoc. Knock him down, continue the combo, continue the damage. It ain't gonna stop here, ladies and gentlemen. Please believe these guys are at a close standstill, a neutral, good overhead check. Now converting nicely. Follows through to the right side of the screen. Holds a good block. Finds an opening. I don't know why he was turtling for. There's no threat of a low from Havoc. Or, pardon me, from Homelander. It's not too bad. You can get checked, but you have to play careful against this guy. Homelander's still very good in this meta, and he just always has beautiful combo routes that can convert into so many different options and really keep the pressure big from any point in the screen, really. Alright, let me get that scoreboard all fixed up there for y'all. Your viewing pleasure. Put the little flags of the countries they're from on there. It's a nice little touch I like doing. He said, versus fighting? He said, of course. Yo, word on the street, humility. I might pull up there too. We'll see how it works out, but England's pretty realistic of a trip for me to make, and I'd love to come out that way. A couple of my goats in the chat, though. I appreciate the tournament champions coming in here. Late Rock, big shout out to you as well, man. But I'm excited to continue on with this tournament, man. We got some great talent today, and it's going to be no stoppage of fun on this top 8 side of things. Dude, if I go to VSF, I'll beat everybody in EU because you're all free. I think the shower is leaking out now. That sounded a little funky, but I hope you guys understand what I meant. I like how my auto moderator banned Shao from saying fat in chat. That was funny. Oh yeah, he's the fake from Rips Arena. Try to get him with the command grab option right there. The trap gonna keep him locked down. What's the move right here on the jump in? Beautiful play right here from Havoc. Gonna spend that fatal blow. Let's see what this cashes out for damage. Right back at you, an eye for an eye, ain't it? And he's gonna hit fatal blow right on him. You're gonna have to eat that one, buddy. Wake up fatal blow. I'm not sure if that was wake up or undefeated, but we'll see. Risky business, huh? First strike going out to Mr. Paid FZ on this match right here. Give him the point on the old scoreboard. Did you help chat? He said, I ain't getting white. I'm the hat man. All right, now let's talk about recently. With some of the changes in the past updates, metas tend to shift quite a bit, and they have in the past for Mortal Kombat shifted to a lot of the quote-unquote meta characters, right? And these two right here have both been on the consistent ends of the top tier spectrum as of recently. I think in this current state of the game, I've been saying this though, I think you're seeing the best variety of characters pop up on these tournaments here. I think everybody has a broken tactic that can take them over the edge and get those dubs.
Round 2. Fight.
First opening though in the corner, he's swinging his limbs all sorts of ways, gets him popped down. He continues to build up to a fat 465 on this potential flawless run from SHULETAH. He's on a little bit of a rebuttal from Mr. Pain FC as he gets the first boot, smacks him down with a fat limb. Another big conversion right here, carried on. down to the left side of the screen. He gets him pinned. He goes for the armor route instead. Got the trap to cover it up. Good play from SHULETAH. Almost has him. Not yet. KRYTIS, beautifully done. Taking this round right from the palm of his hands. See Fatal Blow. Gonna spend it. And that is gonna be pretty damn close to death. Let's check that replay of that opening real quick before we get to this next round. Beautiful conversion right there.
I don't need
Final
Final round of this match here. Let's see who takes it. First opening, popping him out to the mid-screen. Just a little check. Both folks between these two guys now cracking at each other. They build up. He's got the check from Mr. Homelander. The low ends up getting him though. Stack it up. This is where it begins to hurt. 381 he puts up on him. 460 a pop on both these guys. Let's see who gets the edge over each other. It's close. Good duck out from KRYTIS. Able to make the reads. Convert with Farah. Nicely done. He continues to go. Homelander without that low check is a slight
I am done apologizing.
shell of himself, or is he? Is KRYTIS just gonna prove that this guy is still top tier and makes him look easy? A 2-0 victory. Is watching haven't done that yet. We're doing something new on this channel too. I say we because got a couple people going on the stream to commentate with me as I do these matches for a collegiate fighting league. It's been very fun to do that this past week, and it's going to be pretty much a whole season for about 4 to 8 weeks and it's all these fighters from different colleges squaring off to see who can be, the best. There's an ELO system, so the matches are played a little bit differently than your standard Mortal Kombat set. They're all 5 games you play completely, so the scores could either be 5-0, 4-1, or 3-2. I like an ELO system because it really lets you see the point differential in players, let you see where the skill gap lies in them. As we go further into the the league, obviously those matches will be a lot more closer, and you'll get a lot more game 5s out of the streams as well. So it'll be a really good time to watch those sets. Usually about an hour or 2. And I have a couple people helping me out on commentary as well, but that's on Tuesday nights. So Tuesday at about this time is when that'll be going on if you guys are interested in that one. It's going to be really cool to see some new faces and some familiar ones too. So Plus, Wits, Trash, a couple of my teammates, ex-teammates, all in there too. It's fun. Good armor to escape the corner. Goes for a jump around after placing that Havoc Mine down. See what the next move is here. Couple different checks. Ends up hitting him with the limb. Now a good conversion right here as he ends up forcing Breaker out of SHULETAH. Pardon me. Out of KRYTIS. Little Lovic. He's still in the game.
fight.
Well, 1050 a pop on both of these guys, but a Bovado check immediately is gonna get rid of that standstill. Picks up on the low. Cries his eyes out. These guys swinging their limbs all sorts of ways. What is the move here? He tried to go for another boot. He just stares at him right in the face. The down two not going to work on him. Patiently waiting for his time to strike. He puts the pressure back on. Remember, he still has that breaker, so waiting for that last touch. Good low check. Now between these guys, gets a beautiful down two conversion. You're not going to be able to break out of this? No, he is not. This is going to hurt. Wow, and off a down two. That is just raw. Does a fat 436. Is this death, though? Holding him at 40 seconds on the clock. One more chip damage. He's going to get him. He upblocks him instead. Just a low poke to clap him out, and it is a 3-0 sweep for Mr. KRYTIS to advance on to the semifinals. Right here, Very, very happy to see this one pop off here. Big shout out to Vape Coach in the chat. How you doing, man? I hope you're having a great day. It is looking so beautiful on this thing. Big shout out to Vape Coach. Gave me a fat raid right after I ended my stream, and I still feel bad to this day about it. But we appreciate him being in here as well. Another GOAT for the community. Make sure you check out his tournaments too. It is cool. Always cool having him here. Oh, Scorpion spear up full screen. Now, you gotta wonder, in this matchup here, I feel like Scorpion's always waiting for you to make a mistake and capitalize on that. He just backpedals, he can find you openings, mid-check or whatever. How do you get around Kenshi? He's the tough motherfucker. Is this a matchup that favors Scorpion? Don't know. Apparently Kenshi only has losing matchups, so who am I for, to have opinions about this thing? But we'll see. Rocket following him up, but the Sector Rocket is nullified by that Swift Sub-Zero armor that he had. Full screen. Little factory check from a distance. Tries to get something there. It's just not going to be the case. Smacks him back down. Another rocket coming up here. But back to back, these blue are just squaring off at each other. No big openings quite yet. No Sento making its appearance either. A big boot over the head. Beautiful little fatal blow here, forcing a breaker at the very last second to salvage it with a round. With the second rather, he pulled it off. I'm surprised. Didn't have enough time to do it. Needs more cowbell. I hear you. It's good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, Sento's out. This round's over. We're gonna go on to game 2. And let me just change the scoreboard now, right? Because no, I'm just kidding. No. But it might as well be over. How the hell do you get out of this as Scorpion? We'll have to see. 40% left out from Zen. Couple different strikes going on to him now to settle for a grab instead. Sento is still out. The pressure is alive and well. Another big strike, and hell, I might as well have just kept the score right there, yeah. Because that's just the reality of the situation. When COMPA gets Sento out like that, he's a tough motherfucker. You gotta find a way to get around that. Get out of Sento. Even Scorpion is a valid team. As funny as it is to just say you just rock Scorpion, it might work. But maybe in the previous patch, Sector might have just been a better option. But I just don't see the vision here. I'm gonna be honest, Zen. Prove me wrong, please. At the moment, I'm getting a call from SiriusXM. I'm gonna decline this. I'm gaming. Tried with the mid check, not gonna work on him there. Potentially gonna push him off the sub. Meeting back mid screen, gets a back three check off of the rocket. Almost had something there. But wait a second, he has Sento out with 104 health. Now in the corner, it is a tough situation to get out of this. Oh, you demon. Force breaker out of him, he's confident. But you gotta do with the reset, you gotta consider a teleport to do here at some point. Instead, I believe that is his forward two. He capitalized off of that whiff right there, brings it out of himself to take that round. Actually flips him around. The rocket, I guess, covers up that gap between the teleports, so it makes, you see the vision with a safe teleport there. It's not a bad idea at all. Grabbing his boot, kicking him all sorts of ways. Sword coming back out of him now. Fighting COMPA is no joke, absolutely. Look, man, it's no secret that a lot of Kenshis play similar. There's only so many ways you can play the characters. But to be consistent and play neutral properly with this character is hard. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt. On the teleport around, a good little strike right there. Back at him again. What's the move? Swinging that blade all sorts of ways. Calls him back in and forces the breaker. 15% taken off of him. Well, he's spamming. What's the move to get out of this? He goes for a jump and up block. Not going to cash out here. Ice armor is there. Continues on this barrage of damage. Does he get Sento out? Absolutely not yet. Low poke between these guys. A big old strike. Taking some big strides out of him now to really put him over the edge. 350 damage after that combo back three. Not gonna land. The rocket is full screen. Too much going on here. A couple checks out. Keep each other away from each other. And as they backpedal. Hex out of the grab properly. It's a tight neutral. The pressure is there with a 10% lead. 20 seconds on the clock. Goes right on him. Gets one hit to land, but doesn't convert it. It's close. With 10 seconds on the clock. It dwindles down. The lead in the favor of Zen lands the grab to seal the game. Goes up. Put himself at 1-1 on this set and stays alive from the demon that is COMPA. Nicely done. God's a legend in the chat by GOAT. Factory not gonna land. Full screen with each other now. Ends up hitting it that time. COMPA on the small receiving end. Now he's back in the corner right where he wants to be. Not a huge health lead you have to overcome either. Good positioning right here. Play it patient. Doesn't want to give up this spot that he has right now because if he goes too far, he's going to overextend. And now it's his time to make the approach. He doesn't have sector to keep that teleport safe, and now that's a risk you got to take. Spamming it down so he can't teleport. That's a good idea, though. As he gets his ice armor back up. Good job to walk right into it. He's playing the mind game of the, using that rocket to teleport around, but he has to teleport first for that to really work. Receiving end of Sento just gets a beat down in the corner. Round up and make it a 2-1. Let's see if he can do it. Started in the chat too. How you doing? Straight and full. Welcome in. Love seeing first timers come in here. Happy to have y'all. Good pop around. Nice capitalization right here. He gets the flames rolling. 364 taken away from him. A good neutral duck. Right up close to each other. What's the move here? That is a Sento sandwich that I see. I don't know if y'all see it too. That 30% quickly becomes 37 before you know it. Now in the sandwich opts for that instead of staying in the corner. Forces Breaker out. Not where you want to stay too long, but Sento keeping him in check. 40 seconds on the clock as he goes for a big lockdown. Calls him down for the spear. Gets the first conversion right there. Small whip going to be at a cost. Low pokes between the two. Inching closer to him now. Dropping the shoulder down. Gets a big rebuttal. Calls the spear and forces Breaker out. 250 a pop for both these guys. Pops fatal though, and that is going to be the round. Which will mean game at number 3 will fall into the hands of COMPA, leading the set now 2-1 with that final strike. Nicely done from COMPA, able to take the dub right there when it matters the most. Let's see that replay really on the stream proudly. Well, spamming those overheads, not going to work on him yet. Low pokes between the two. Striking. What's going to happen here? Pushes him away. Now he backpedals a little bit. Just the first strike right there. Ends up getting a conversion. And then is Sento that is off right here. Popping him up for more damage as it continues on and on. And 42% is what we see. Big damage from COMPA right off the rip right here. 50 seconds on the clock. And it might as well be the whole round at this point. As Sento is off on the reset. And he gets a small poke, but that's not enough to keep him away from that demon, that blue ghost that we hate so much. Round 2, kicking off a potential set point for COMPA here. See if this is the case. D-Boy in the chat, welcome in, my boy D-Boy. Welcome in, we're having a good time here on this top 8 side of things. This COMPA is crazy. Viva la Mexico. Going crazy with this Kenshi right here. You'll see him potentially get to the grand finals. So let's see how it plays off. But it's been a good time watching him play so far. Does keep him on the edge of his seat. 30% left. Good check. Walking in. Not going to happen yet. Ice Armor's up on the teleport. No rocket to follow through, but no punish out from... I've been pretty conditioned by that so far to not punish the teleport. Good pick up. He forces out of him. The Ice Armor not doing nothing for him. He didn't throw himself at COMPA yet. Still right there. Couple trades. 80 HP left for Zen. Looking at the brink of elimination. Can COMPA take it over the edge right here with 9 HP to go? Rocket snipes him up with a big stride from COMPA to take the match and go 3-1 on the set. Nicely done. Crossio might have been the only one I've ever seen do it. It's on Rift's Arena, I believe. But Buff Reptile emotes are the most beautiful thing. I'm glad to see them being used in the chat and with the proper skin too for the character. Just love it when a plan comes together. But eye for eye, 70%, and you are just in the blender right now and on the receiving end of a beatdown, courtesy of the one and only Milklander. But the roll just never ceases to amaze me. Oscar is an absolute demon. You cannot count this man out. He loves to roll. I've never seen anybody play Reptile like me before except Oscar. He is just absolutely ballistic. Oh, it's not a foolproof strategy. 20 HP left. Off the jump in, gets one big strike right there. Scorpion out with the conversion. Tried to roll right out of it, but just not quick enough to the punch. Rogelio gets the first round right there. Baits the punish with the force ball. Capitalizing nicely. Gets Scorpion in the midst of all this too. And gets 35%. Tried to get a reset off of that forward cameo move right there. Beautiful pickup into the corner. He gets him with an overhead check, catches him turtling. And this is right where you want to be with Homelander, ain't it? Appreciate everybody coming in here to watch these fights. Enjoy this match because Rogelio is back into the corner. OSCARGONZALEZ might put him over to the edge on the cancel. Ends up getting it. 1-1 on this first round. Get excited because we got a match on our hands right here. Baits him in one more time. He loves using that slow force ball into the corner. Didn't work for him that time around. 40% between the two. Backpedaling carefully. Almost had him with that force ball right there. That's not going to be the case. Continues on with the blender. 20% left and draining. OSCARGONZALEZ's health bar. 13% left. The checks, the grabs continue. And Rogelio will end up taking that one. The first strike gonna fall into his hands. Going up 1-0 on the set as he leads. Smacks him all sorts of ways, and finally with a standing through check, just says, I'm gonna drop right onto him. He's on. Another check right there to no avail. He's just really enforcing it. Really trying to get him to take the bait. He is just not falling for it yet. Low check, baits him out again. Between each other now. Uses Scorpion to get the first pickup. On the little cancel. Gets a 1-1 bubble. This will lead to some nice damage. Let's see what Oscar cooks up. Was looking good up until that point there. Because I'm going to armor right through fair. I'm not going to deal with any of that. He tries to go for an overhead check. Oh, is he going to get through this? He does almost do it, but gets stuffed directly by Homelander, dead in his tracks, doesn't know what to do. The demon lobby is in here too, what the hell? Why are all the goats coming out? Big shout out to the demon lobby. OT, happy to have you here, man. It is very cool. Love what you do. You get the best players. You damn well have a beautiful thing going on there. Keep it up, brother. Oh my god, goes straight in for the command grab. To no avail. Low check, or sorry, that's not a low, that's a mid check now. Gets him called back, and it's not enough to keep Homelander away from you. OT, I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. I couldn't be happier doing these, I'm gonna be honest. This is my little treat for the end of the day. Look forward to this, dude. Beautiful pickup from Rogelio. That is just nasty. 22 HP, just decides to go for a crazy dash, a cancel. Oscar's gonna play wacky. Let's see if he can pull it off right here. Back three's a good beginning, and he's not gonna break yet. This is gonna hurt. 240. Not what he was looking for on the neutral jump. Gets him with back three, try to get the roll. 20 HP left to go straight for it, the demon. What's the move here? Tries to go for the grab. Just an absolute demonic behavior. Rogelio says absolutely done. He says, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish everything you tried to do here. But that is not how you take me out of this match. We'll see. That's all I gotta say. Oh, good little drop down right there. And to be pulled away. Having a little bit of trouble opening him up. And airborne. Leaves Reptile with only a few options, and most of them are pretty unsafe. Exception would be to do a fake jumping into the invisibility cancel. And if you do that, you get a hit of armor, so that, you know, it gives you a little more freedom to do something wacky with Reptile. Tries all sorts of ways to get him opened up, but to no avail. Rogelio staying very well composed under all those mixes right there. A couple mid checks to no avail, gonna work at him now. Both pressing at each other. Oscar gonna settle for a grab into the corner. Rock and rolls with fatal blow, and that's gonna take him. Caught him pressing. Gonna cash out this first round. Make it pretty damn close for himself. He still has that breaker as well. Not too much to be scared of at this moment. But remember, Oscar has it too. And he might use it just in the fact of... I stand corrected. That was not what I was expecting. But the roll was a beautiful thing. And Marquez, thank you, bro. Thank you. The hype train has started. Choo-choo. If you got that Prime subscription, continue on with this momentum. I see choo-choo. The train's coming. The invisibility ends up catching him lacking. Beautifully done. Into the corner. Absolute brilliant gameplay from Reptile. Goes for the cancels. Hasn't been struck yet until that breaker forced him into it. Oscar with the potential fatal against Rogelio. The only flawless we've seen against them so far. Almost close. Had it. But he stays alive. Brings it down to a set point. Down 0-2 on this set. He needs this one to live. To go into the semifinals. We'll see if he does it. PC, thank you so much. Really appreciate it, bro. Appreciate D-Boy as well. Thank y'all so much. All these mixes, nothing's coming of it. He settles for a back three, no pop off. Top of it. Said he's just gonna get that force ball going right underneath him. He's feeling him out. There's gotta be an opportunity for him to strike here at some point. All sorts of ways, even invisible with a low check from a distance. Nothing's catching Rogelio at the moment. Good catch. Keeping the pressure alive and well, but he's running out of meter soon. Homelander's gonna get it pretty damn quick. The drop flips the side. 40 a pop between these guys. Needs to stay alive here. Oscar throwing everything. The kitchen sink at Rogelio, and to no avail. He just ends up rolling, patiently waiting for that moment to come. And he's got Farah to continue on these combos too. Backpedaling is just not going to do it. Laser snipes Oscar right out of thin air to make it 3-0 on the set. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't after this, we got KRYTIS versus Luis Yamet. And Melina Mir was not what I was expecting. KRYTIS bringing out Melina. That is wild. All right, well, this is something I definitely wasn't ready for right here. But I'm open to it. Luis Yamet played a crazy game so far. And I'll tell you what, has been getting up, and up. Not able to get over the edge of the semifinals to get into the grand and take the first place. He needs to do it all, and he has to beat a titan in himself here too. KRYTIS is a hell of a player, and he definitely has what it takes to win a championship, so much so that he did it twice. But I'm ready for this one here. The semifinals are next, and you guys need to be ready for it. When you see these two guys facing off in top 8, makes you think, oh man, what do we have here? First fatal blow going to Luis Yamet with 5 HP to spare too. And I believe this is death. Finishing the round with 5 HP, nicely done.
Round 2.
There we go. Looks all purty now. Makes me happy. Our Cotton Colony round up Luis Yamet. Ridley kicking things off right here. Sending that bag early means he is scared. Means he really wants to take every round when it's possible. Not playing any games at all. Especially against him in the mirror match. You know what's funny too is the last time I had Luis Yamet on the stream, I had him play against Ballhoot. Ballhoot fell victim in the top 16 side of this bracket, but who knows? Maybe in an alternate dimension, you would have seen him and Luis pop off onto the semifinals against each other in another beer, but we got to see it last week. But here's the thing, it's a toss-up because this match right here is going to dictate my opinion. But I would take Rogelio in this tournament. If y'all were going to pick one, I would pick Rogelio. But I don't know. I can't disrespect KRYTIS like that. I can't disrespect KRYTIS because he's been playing really solid with Homelander. I don't want to say anything, man. Oh my goodness, a big swipe of the blade kicks him out full screen. 230 HP left. He gets a ball roll pickup on him now, 100 health between the two. Don't worry, everybody, there's more action to be had. We still have another round between this mirror. We will see if Luis can get a grip and go true straight against KRYTIS. He got the first pickup right there for himself. Low Hat is a good approach to get that teleport off. A good idea to use these cameos, and you just saw it last game with Scorpion, is he was using that. It's a classic case of using the cameo to cover up an unsafe move. If your cameo can do it, you definitely should be able to try it at some point. But in this moment in time here, he ain't teleporting out of that. Ball roll continuing the damage up. KRYTIS stacking damage like crazy. Luis kicks him out. It says, hey, you got a date with the corner. And it's with me involved too. 150 HP now for Luis. Load gets him opened up. One more time, swipes the legs out from him again. Another ball roll, and a beautiful conversion on the whiff. Beautiful punish, I should say, off that whiff. KRYTIS is stacking it up. Almost had the brutality as well, but ends up sealing it to go up on this set. We make it 1-1. We have a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. We kick in to game number 3. Trying to get him with the low hat to no avail. Jade Glaive coming in too. How you doing? Another low between both these guys. Switching over to Chameleon was an interesting choice. But there's got to be something to the magic. Something that will get Melina opened up a little bit more. Maybe hoping that Jade Glaive is a good alternative. Ooh, that's a good idea, but it didn't work. Uses the green power, the invincibility, the purple power rather, from Chameleon to gain invincibility while that projectile's right by their legs. So she tried to split the Lao hat with the power up. Just didn't react quick enough, but on reaction, that wasn't bad at all. Good defense. Nice anti-air. Into the corner. Stacks up the damage nicely. 299 stacks up on him. Leads it up around each. 1-1 on the set. For the true momentum switch of this set, where the pace of this match will get is right here. "75 seconds on the clock. It's close. Ball roll comes out, no avail. Beautifully done from Luis to stack the damage up. With 36 HP, KRYTIS has to make it happen. Gets hit with the last swipes of the blade from Luis Yamet. Nicely done to bring it up to 2-1 on the set for the true momentum switch. He is in the lead. Well, 2-1 lead. He goes straight into Farah after that, and this team is still... well, this is the only really good Peacemaker team. You can run Peacemaker Motaro if you just want to teleport and, use your torpedo throughout the whole screen. Yeah, it's up to you if you want to play like that. Eagerly. Oh, good grab there. Now you're in a good spot. KRYTIS zoning him out a little bit. Try to get him opened up with that low to no avail. A slight assist from Eagly. The Jade Glaive making the approach. Tried to get something there to no avail. Little checks from both of them. Command grab out from Farah. Continues on with the Melina size. Continuing the damage. Stacking it up. And it just keeps rolling. An interruption, though, from KRYTIS to stay alive. Shoots at the feet of Luis like he's Tory Lanez. Beautiful pickup here from KRYTIS. Once more, going with the Tory Lanez strategy. Doesn't really pull it off properly, though. Low poke into the command grab. He follows through and gets big damage. Stacks up for 233 and some more. Last hit from Farah. Almost had him. Forces breaker out of Luis. 39 HP left. And a torpedo to seal it off. Brings it out to a game 5. KRYTIS staying alive and well on this fight. Bringing it up to a game 5. The very first one of this tournament, ladies and gentlemen. To see who goes into top 8, it will be between these two fighters. First strike going from KRYTIS. Continues on this train of damage. Stacks forward a big old sonic boom. The damage continues. 243. Ball roll. Ended up cashing out for him there. KRYTIS in the lead. Uses his breaker to keep it. With 260 HP left from Luis, it's looking grim. KRYTIS playing clean neutral with Peacemaker zoning properly. Doesn't get the punish there. Man grab settles it. Set point, KRYTIS.
Good. Round 2. Fight.
Shot from down below. More gunshots are following Luis's head here. Man grab once again. But a good ball roll. A solid interruption. 90 HP between the two. Man grab gonna extend that. From Farah, he's been utilizing that properly through a majority of this game. He's looking very good right now with this Peacemaker Farah. I know he did play a little bit of him before, but this is the sharpest I have ever seen KRYTIS look with this character. Ball roll does get punished, unfortunately, with 150 HP to go. KRYTIS on the brink of elimination here. A good neutral dugout from Luis. Good game sense there with the breaker. It is possible, but Eagly says otherwise. KRYTIS will be going on to the grand semifinals. I think he left. I think he left there, bud. I think he might have left. Very well played, Luis, and happy to have you on the stream once again. It was very fun, and you fought valiantly, whatever the word is. Next fight on stream will be KRYTIS versus COMPA. Please believe that this is going to be a very fun top 8 that we have. All good on the stream now. Please enjoy these sets that we have here for y'all. It is a first of 3 between these two demons. We'll see who takes it. KRYTIS is no joke, absolutely, and Rogelio is not as either. I think that's going to be a very entertaining one to see. KRYTIS versus COMPA. See who wins this matchup, and 9 times out of 10 it is Homelander. It's hard for Kenshi to really take this one over. Kenshi has a tough time really getting in and getting Sento out. But once he is out and you are in the sandwich one more time, it's just that much more harder for... I suppose Homelander can fly. It's a little bit tougher for him to get out of it. Spamming a tad. No avail here. Couple strikes. Good flawless block. Go straight in, get off me. Uses the freeze off to get Sento. In the sandwich now. The defenses are up for KRYTIS. The damage stacks up for COMPA. 100 HP left from Homelander. He looks at death in the eyes, spacing out a little bit. Almost had him right there with the ante. 2 big kicks end up dealing it. Nicely done. As the final round comes between these two, low check goes in, forces the breaker out from him. Goes straight in, swinging that blade all sorts of directions, pops him down, and just continues to activate the blender. As it stacks up, 478 damage is taken away from him. Use that breaker to get out of there. Overhead check gets him into the corner. Now it's a guessing game. Ends up ducked straight into the command grab. Catches him moving and gets fatal blow off as well. This is death for COMPA. Unless he mashes. Is he alive? Is he alive here? 0.99 HP. Nope. Okay, he is dead. That was close. That was very close. I actually did not think it was going to be that bad. On his shoulder here. Round 1 kicking off now in the pyramid. Out full screen now with it. Testing the movement, testing the waters to see what is there. Good up block, gets Sub-Zero off too, which means the Sento sandwich is activated. Slicing and dicing, Kenshi is whittling away at the health of Homelander. We will see if this will just proceed to be the case for the whole game, or if he just gets the resummon off and armor out of that. Good anti-air. Proceed with caution as you go into that attack one more time. Because Kenshi just keeps his name in. the winner's side of every round here. Try to get him with a check from a distance. The defense is up for KRYTIS. He is not falling victim to it after he shoots off those lasers. He's not doing anything that's going to get himself killed. 245 goes straight in for the grab on the left side of the pyramid. They square off with 70 seconds on the clock. You see Sento back out, and it makes you wonder where the momentum will shift in this set here. Be very careful. Proceed with caution. You never know how it's going to end. Jump around, good spacing away from him. The diabolical dash forward. He proceeds to just do a wallop of damage. Big boot here. Pokes between the two. Go check. Following through nicely. Gets a fat punch directly to the gut of him, and 267 HP is off, and it's a final round in this game too. Stacks him up and has him pinned down to the ground now, and it continues to be a wallop of damage he continues to do to him. That's half of Kenshi's health. How do you get out of this corner pressure? It's so immense. End up dealing all kinds of mixes to him. Overhead finally catching him that time around. Enough damage here to finish the job, and it is. KRYTIS ends up going up 2-0 on the set over COMPA, and this is a matchup that heavily favors Homelander in this one, unfortunately for COMPA. Everybody coming in here, the defending champ. Remember, we have KRYTIS and ROGELIO up next. It's actually a very, very good fight right there. I think it's going to be awesome. You're looking at a game 5, no doubt, and if it goes any other way, I'd be surprised. Bento sandwich is out, though. What's the move here? Last 2 hits take him. And COMPA staying alive. Doesn't take a scathe that round, and maybe that might be the case for the second half of it. He's going to need to play perfect if he wants to live against Homelander. Chasing him down with Farah, ends up getting him. Sento, well, is he going to get it out? Oh yeah, he has it. Nicely done. Let's break armor, though. Good rebuttal from KRYTIS. Into the left side of the screen, he finds a little bit of space to press. Continuing on. Nicely done. Gets the resummon. He swipes the blade all sorts of directions. 230 HP left. Another check. Comes out a good send from full screen. What's the move here? Gets a huge attack here. Straight in with another command grab. Following through to deal massive amounts of damage. This is where it stacks. He's going to have to spend it if he wants to live. This isn't death. And a good opportunity for COMPA to get it on wake up here. Watch for the wake up fatal here. Not going to be the case. Stays full screen. Rather have the armor. Trying to get a neutral duck, and he just whiffs it completely with that down two. And that is just not the correct option right there, I suppose. What an unfortunate circumstance to have happen. You made the right read, you just didn't get the punish you needed. Into the corner you go. With a big old grip. Puts him at the brink of elimination. 50% of his health is taken away, and he's patiently waiting to strike here. Overhead check to no avail. Gets the ice armor off. So that's going to be a freeze. Not the ice armor, the ice freeze ball clone. He uses his cameo to freeze Homelander. 40% between the two. In these closing moments, on the brink of elimination, he uses his breaker to stay alive. 140 HP separating the two. COMPA with his back literally against the wall. Has no room to breathe here. Good strike. Into the grab. Kicks him down to 20% a pop. It's anybody's game in these closing moments. 22nd, 20%. Who can pull this off? And zoning. Goes for the ice armor instead. Waiting for his time to shine. Waltzing on towards him, just not going to be able to deal enough damage. KRYTIS settles for the armor and goes on to the grand finals in a 3-0 sweep against the defending champion. A huge upset to go into the grand. Homelander versus Peacemaker was just not what I was expecting when I saw these two locked in. I'm thinking KRYTIS has so many options he could go with. But he just decided to opt for the old Peacemaker in this here. And I said there's no shame going against that, especially in Homelander. It's a tough matchup with a lot of the characters that he plays, with the exception of Lou. I think Lou also gives him a really good shot at winning this match. But I feel like Homelander thrives against stubby characters. Peacemaker really isn't that. He's an absolutely stacked already. I'm blessed to have the talent that we've had today. It's been very fun. Good exchange here for both these guys. 40%. Oh my goodness. Wow. Does not get onto it fully. That's an upset of a lifetime. Surprised the fatal blow did not hit. 252 HP. Rogelio steals it. Mazza, I see a message in here. I really appreciate that, man. It's a fun sport. It's hype too. Like, especially where the game is now in this patch, you'll see the most variety of characters in this game. It's just really a treat to watch, and I think Texas Showdown is just going to be an absolute blast to go to. I hope everything falls into place and I'm able to go down to there. Good anti-air. Goes into the command grab. Follows through with more damage. 222 and eagerly to follow it up as well. The zoning is just elite from KRYTIS at this moment in time. Command grab following through for Rogelio. It's a sweet command grab there. Just whips him out of the air. Antes him. Lottie Dottie with the follow. Overhead landed. One more time. Command grab in there. 30 HP and again gets him with the overhead check. KRYTIS is gaming. Couple different checks. Trying to get a movement. With anti-gravity, a sweet anti-air. Picks up into the corner. KRYTIS doesn't waste 1 second to do that. Overhead gonna land. Back into no man's land you go. Eagerly. Man grab in there. Up close and personal, gets a sonic boom. He has the breaker. Gonna have to use it at that point. Underneath him now. A close game. Gets a good pickup here. The disrespectful backhand goes into the command grab. KRYTIS just might not have fatal blow in time for this one. It's not going to be death, but it's close. That fatal blow getting spent at a moment's notice. Every bit of damage counts. Stacks up for 322. Even lead just about between the two. KRYTIS with the mind games here. Defenses are up. Anti-grab just goes for the straight drop. You see eagerly for the chip, you do, and he had Farah anyways to follow it up. And KRYTIS stealing that first game out for Rogelio. Leading the set at the moment, 1-0. USA. Did y'all hear that, or did I just hear that? Alright, well, that's one way to kick off the fight. I love that Spartan helmet from Peacemaker too. That's fire. Stop fucking the fish. Alright, well, 20%. 20% between these two, as that dwindles down to 60 seconds on the clock. KRYTIS with the first big opening ends up building on that lead too. Rogelio doing the same, going tit for tat with each other. Slight lead in the favor of KRYTIS at this moment. Nullified with that Farah extension, spending fatal blow. He has no breaker, so he's going to have to eat it. Believe this is death this time around, but he is going to spend that fatal blow every opportunity he can at this point. KRYTIS is not willing to take the L.
I am done apologizing.
try here. He goes up close and personal, try throwing some haymakers. Once again, gets him with the catch. Eagerly check follows through with Barra. With Eagerly going out there, he's using every extension that he has to offer. Needs to stay alive here. Doesn't get him with the overhead for Barra. Both these guys relying on that extension to carry over their combo. Sweet neutral duck from KRYTIS lets it rip from a drop. 1-1 on the second game here.
Fight.
He outmixed the mixer. That's crazy. The neutral duck was an awesome read, though. Forces the breaker out of him. Doesn't want anything to do with that, especially when he has meter. In that corner would have really hurt him. Good pickup from KRYTIS. No breaker for Rogelio. Sniping him out of thin air. On the dashboard, gets it, extends it for some fat damage. 260 off that exchange. KRYTIS with a beautiful wake-up button right there. A crazy strategy. Goes straight in with a jump-in attack of a lifetime. Drops it in for a little more damage. 55 seconds on the clock. Disrespectful backhand. Big boot amongst them. Overhead landed. Splits the middle of the health between the two. KRYTIS just waiting a second. Say, hey, oh, hold on, fair. Hold on. Now you can go. KRYTIS going up 2-0 on the lead. Almost in the grand finals again, but we'll see if he can take it over. This set ends. Down 0-2. We'll see if Rogelio can take it. KRYTIS on the mean walk down. Goes straight in with the torpedo. Instant buff for time stop. Allows him to basically just call back any amount of damage that KRYTIS does upon him. Jirus has an amazing kit. He's got an additional command grab on top of it too, which you know how much Rogelio likes to throw that into his mixes as well. Up close and personal, he's making him work for it. 70 HP left. And a good game, good up block from KRYTIS. Not gonna get him, he has that armor ready to go. Locked and loaded. Try to get him with time stop right there to no avail. Immediately off the rip, letting it rock was his choice to begin that match, and he's just been on the receiving end of damage since then. Getting that full charge though was key. This is where it gets interesting for Jirus, especially running Tremor. He gets some beautiful extenders, solid damage, and that rock toss he's using to his advantage as much as possible. Good jump and attack, forces the breaker out of KRYTIS. Go check out from him. Defenses are up. Doesn't get him leaning. First strike is had. And you just might see it. Lets it drop for a second. Good anti-air. KRYTIS unfortunately goes for a grab. A sweet neutral duck from Rogelio and pulls off the impossible to take this game and stay alive in this set. A beautiful neutral duck. Oh my goodness. Can we just take a second to appreciate that? Dude, he just got him bad with that. Nicely done from Rogelio to stay alive here. All right, game number 4 in the cage mansion we go. Rogelio kept it alive and well, and digging in the pockets and pulls out Tremor on a moment's notice, and both these guys deep in the pockets of their characters here. They say they're in their comfort zone. There's something that they're going to have to feel out right now as we speak, but they're both looking quite solid with both these character choices here. Opting for the command grab again for the free damage with Farah. 20% separating the two. Crystalline armor back up. Damage is up there too. Up close and personal. Dropping the shoulder. He goes in at him now with a big old flip around. Kicks him in the face. 60 HP left and a big check. Puts him in a good position. Evade set point. You got the time stop. Things are looking good. Force field just eating the time stop completely. Good read from KRYTIS there. Be crazy thought, but what if it like reflected the time stop when he had force field? Just an idea here. It's an anti-air, no conversion off of it. The defenses are up for him now. Get my reptile go. Trey, what's up, dude? We're seeing a very intense set right here. Checks him out again. Tremor working at him a little bit too. Wait for it here. Uses that breaker. Not a breaker though. Time stop not gonna work. This combo will. Builds up 260. With 160 health left. Ends up mixing them. Taking the game too. Bringing it up to game number 5. The second game 5 of this tournament here. Makes it interesting to see who's going to go into the grand finals. 2-2 is the current score. Rogelio with the comeback here for one more game. Told y'all this was going to go the distance. Torpedo out. In full screen. Tries to get him with a low check. To no avail. Between these two, using Tremor as a bit of an extension as Peacemaker is falling out of the air hilariously. He combos him. Good pick up for KRYTIS here on the reset. Continues on this damage train for more and more. Dropping 280 on him. Trading blows and knowing when to press. It's been close between these two. The defenses have been up. Good defense out from Rogelio though to make it happen. This first combo right here gonna go straight into Fatal Blow as well. Force Breaker out of KRYTIS, which means that probably would have been death if not quite close to it. Uses the command grab with Farah, but it's 130 a pop on both these guys. A beautiful hit from Rogelio to put it into set point for the reverse sweep. Can he pull it off right here? Get excited because this is the potential last round. Can Rogelio pull it off in this tournament right now? A couple strikes from both these guys. It's a close fight. It's getting personal. Command grab in there now. 30% separating the two. On the big attack right there, he gets a small scrape at him. Good neutral jump out from KRYTIS. Anti-grab jump up, but he has the up block to stop him. 30% between the two. It's close. Low check out there now. Two big swipes at him. 13% left for Rogelio. The defenses are up for KRYTIS. Abates an up block and gets what he's looking for. The final round between these two to go into the grand finals. Get excited, guys. This is the final round of this set here. Going straight in for a torpedo there. Gets a low check. Follows through with a big grab. Evening out the lead. Small. But it's enough to give you that edge of confidence. The damage stacks up. And an unfortunate whiff on that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Guys. Guys, I think I'm going to get what I asked for. Oh no. Not like this, boys. What an insane comeback from Rogelio here to steal the game from KRYTIS. Goes up 3-2 in this set. Almost hits the forbidden combo on him, but he got 3 resets. A beautifully done. In the meantime, y'all enjoyed this first 3 set in the tea house. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. First catch right there into the corner leads Rogelio in a very, very good situation here. And I'm just in awe watching these two guys go at it because you really don't know where the momentum's truly going to shift. 22 HP, and he makes it happen with a poke special. Not going to be the case right there. That post-fatal blow is absolutely bad. Not breaking, though. What's the move? Forces it out of him. And at the very least, you won the round at that point. You forced the breaker out. Dude, and he got leaving me speechless here. 20 HP just gets swiped away from him. KRYTIS clutches it. I appreciate the bits. Thank you very much. With Farah on the extension, the overhead lands, and it's just more and more pain just being dealt by him. Command grab puts him into no man's land, 60 HP left. But hey, it could still happen here. This is where the true mental test is right here, when you can pull off these impossible upsets. You were down 3-0 in the set before, but you still did it. Waiting for his time to strike here. Overhead check in a land. Hits the extension with Tremor. Beautifully done. Into Fatal Blow. Clutches this round out before he even has a chance to breathe. KRYTIS feeling the pressure of Geras, the keeper of time. Remember, it's just the first of 3 in this, so winner take all, no second chances. With a backhand of disrespect, almost has him leaning. Good defense out from Rogelio. Until that point in time right there, he falls victim to him trying to press. 330 taken away. Big damage from both these guys, stacking up as it just doesn't stop. Rogelio finding the first opportunity to strike here. He does. Has the crystalline armor up as well. Makes an interesting opponent you have to go against here. Doesn't allow him to get any of those checks he's looking for. Just out of range, unfortunately. KRYTIS bobbing and weaving out. Up block is the end result. Another backhand to go around up in another. A game up at that. 1-0 is the current. Backpedaling to no avail. Catches him out of the air. Or not. Homelander's still on top of him. The blender doesn't stop. Hurdling a little bit. Should say fuzzy guarding. A good combo right there. 250 he drops upon him. Has the crystalline armor to take some of those hits away from him. Low check. Tried to get the grab right after. That's not going to work out for him. Good neutral duck out there from KRYTIS to continue on this damage as well on top of that punish. Nicely done. And the lasers just keep firing down from full screen, chipping away at the health of Rogelio, and he is feeling the pressure of the Milklander. Although the first stop does come, he lands his time stop right at a proper moment. Add the side switch on top of that. Setting up for the corner nicely. Rogelio has all of his health back to him with that recall. Gonna be able to eat this combo with a little less guilt. Good command grab option right there. Rogelio falls victim to it. Tries the lasers again. Backhands both ways, goes for the grab right in no man's land. How is he gonna get out of this setup right here? Flawless block, negating some of that chip damage. It's close. Good up block from him, forces breaker out. 123 HP left for Rogelio as he faces his opponent down, stares him down from full screen. Able to eat the first hit, and it just goes right through him. And that did not go according to plan at all. Unfortunately, falling victim to the Milklander again. 2-0 is the lead, and it could be a 3-0. Backhands going between these two guys. The kicks, the boots, everything. Good up block out there from Rogelio. Now up in neutral, up close and personal. He's dealing with them. Big hits out from these guys. Carrying on. for more and more pain to be dealt, the hands to be thrown, everything falling into place. As that health dwindles down, he gets a beautiful command grab there, with 20% separating the two. KRYTIS almost had him done for, almost had him on tournament point, forcing the breaker out of him to negate it. Rogelio does the same. On the brink of elimination. What's the move here to stay alive? Interrupts him. Up close. Space is out. Just not enough room to breathe. KRYTIS on set point in this point in time as well. But can he do it? Can he pull off the impossible? Can Rogelio pull it all together in the Homelander mirror? Or is KRYTIS just gonna run with this on a pure run of dominance that we've seen so much before? It's the best, the sharpest I have ever seen him play. Getting him with the forward forecheck right there. We'll see if that is the move. Up close and personal. Gets him with the overhead. No conversion off that though. The lasers come firing back. Boy, back and forth to each other. One more strike, and that puts him into no man's land. Into the corner with a little less confidence, forcing breaker. It's all coming down to that final moment, and it is a 3-0 sweep for KRYTIS, TLR's very own SRYUPAINFZ ends up taking the tournament. Rogelio falls